International flights can be extremely costly, especially when you're looking at business class. Now, there's actually a way that you're going to be able to save a lot of money on those international flights, and it's with something called positioning flights. And we're going to go over that in this video. Typically, when you're flying an international flight, you're going to leave from one of the major airports, usually New York, Boston, Miami, or if you're flying out from the West Coast, it's going to be an airport like LAX. If one of those airports happens to be your home airport, then typically you're going to find better flights than somebody if they live in the middle of the country, like somewhere like Wyoming, where there's no international airports around. So what a positioning flight is a way for you to be able to find your way to one of those major international airports where you would be able to find a better price for a flight than from your home airport. We're going to look at a couple examples to show you how this tactic can really save you a lot of money. And there's a way that you're going to be able to save even more money on positioning flights, and we're going to talk about that later on in the video. Now, we live in Charlotte, so we're going to look at examples from Charlotte to Paris, and those are going to be over $1,600 for the lowest cost business flight. Now, if you look at those flights, you're actually going to see that you have a layover in Boston, where that's actually going to carry you the international leg. Now, if you actually book a flight from Boston to Paris, you're going to be just over $1,000. But you're going to have to get to Boston. That's where this positioning flight comes into. So you're going to be able to get from Charlotte to Boston on Southwest for just $118. And Southwest, you actually do get complimentary bags. They're one of the airlines that still does actually give you free checked bags. So by doing this tactic, you're going to save $500 one way per person. But there's actually a better way, and I'm going to show you later. So we're talking about going from Charlotte to Boston, two of the largest cities in the entire country, going over to Paris, one of the most iconic cities in the entire world. So we're going to be able to save some value there. But I mentioned in the beginning of the video, what if you happen to live somewhere where there isn't an international airport? So I found another example. Now this example is Memphis to Paris. If you're flying from Memphis to Paris, it's going to be $2,700 one way on a business class flight. Now that's a lot different for your business class flight from Boston to Paris, which is only $1,000. And again, with Southwest, you're going to be able to go from Memphis to Boston for just over $200. So that's going to be $1,500 in savings per person. But again, I said that there's an even better way to save even more money with your positioning flight, and that's right now with Southwest Companion Pass. Now, the way that Southwest Companion Pass works is if you book a flight, you're able to bring one person along with you complimentary. So essentially that $200 for you to be able to get from Memphis to Boston is actually going to be about $100 a person if you do actually bring a companion. And right now, you're going to be able to get Companion Pass just by signing up for one of Southwest credit cards, and that's going to give you Companion Pass for an entire year. And if you're looking for some of the best ways to find cheap flights, check out this video here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.